Alright, I got some false cuts today. Let's try like 5 of them. There's a couple of them that are more like variations of each other, but we'll get into that. The first one is it's a swing false cut. You swing the top pack, drop it down, and that's a completely false cut. King of clubs on top here. Swing the top over, tap, and then complete the cut. That's a totally false cut. You're swinging the top half into your hand, tapping the bottom on it, setting the bottom down, putting the top right back on top. If you want, you can leave it, make sure it's noticed that there's a break so that you have to square it up. That helps a little. But you swing it over, tap, set down. Completely false cut. That's number one. Number two looks like this. And what you're doing with this one is you're just taking the bottom part out, kind of squaring it up, setting the bottom down, putting the top right back onto the bottom. And this is a kind of a variation of another one, which is number 3, which you perform kind of like that. You just... The illusion for this false cut is putting your finger over the back of it when you perform it, kind of like this, because your finger gives the illusion that the top of the deck is coming off, but really you're just pulling the bottom out, setting the bottom down, and then putting the top right back on the bottom. The thing that sells it is the finger across the back, and that's what this one is kind of a variation, but I like to consider them 2 different cuts. You can do this without the finger on the back. It just does not look nearly as good, which is another variation of it. So what were we at? We got the swing cut, false cut. We've got this one and the one with the finger across the back. All false cuts. That's 3. Here's another false cut, which is kind of fun. You just take the three packs of cards, set them down, and then pick them back up. That's a false cut. What you're doing, if you're looking at it, you're taking the top of the deck, you're setting it down here. The middle of the deck, you're setting it down here. The bottom of the deck goes here. Then you're putting the top right back onto the middle, right back onto the bottom. Totally false cut. And then another false cut is right here tabled. You take, it looks like this. That's a total false cut. You're taking a packet from the bottom, setting it on top, leaving it jogged. Then you're taking another pack from the bottom, setting on top of that pack, leaving it jogged. And then at the jog, you're cutting it and putting the top right back on the top. So the bottom comes up, jogged. Then the middle comes up on top of the bottom. So you got middle, bottom, and then top. And then you're taking the bottom and middle and then putting the top right back on top of it. And that is a total deck false cut that looks fairly convincing. So for this set of false cuts, you've got the swing false cut, tap, drop. You've got this one, drop, and the one where you put the finger across the back and drop. Then you've got top, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, and the triple cut false cut. And they are all false cuts. They leave the deck in the original order it was in. Much simpler. They're nice to add to other little false cuts and stuff that you might do. And you just add one of these in to set the deck down. It gives the illusion of cutting the deck, and sometimes leaving the deck open, like when you finish the cut, kind of leaving a step or a break and then squaring it up helps for the illusion of cutting the deck. One point I really like to think of, I see a lot of people that have done this one, and they do it this way, which is a false cut in its own. That's actually 6 false cuts. But I feel like these and this are a variation of the one with the finger on the back, because the one with the finger on the back actually looks really good, and it's like the simplest cut you can do, and the deck never changes order. Anyway, that's 5 false cuts.